Hello, everybody. Thank you. I'm going to be right back to explain a little bit what was happening with me. And the ending of this is about 7 minutes long, and how you can use this radiation, which is also in the description, but I'll go over it as well. I'm just going to remove myself for a moment to shut the door. I want to bring up my explanation so I can read that to you as well. One moment, please. Thank you. So, hi there. Welcome to Syrian Star Oracle in the Age of Aquarius. I did forget to put my mic on, so I'm hoping that you can hear me pretty easily. And also, there was, I have to take care. Something happened on my phone, and sorry about that notification. I want that to be off. I really like my phone silent, and I wanted to just have some background music. So, the second part of this radiation is for animals specifically, your animal pets, your your friend's pet, close to you, same vicinity, right next to you, or next door, down the street, next state, doesn't matter. It's also for animals in zoos or kennels or animal groups that you want to send the radiation to. Yes, it will work for humans as well, as that was part of my intention, which you may also read in the description. But I'm going to read what I pretty much wrote, so that it's really clear. And there'll be one more that I'll do. The radiations themselves, the energy transmission is not very long. I think this one was a little over 7 minutes, or about 7 minutes. I think the one prior in part one wasn't over 11 minutes. I don't think. I think it was 6 minutes to 11 minutes. I never know how long it's going to be. Um, Certainly could have gone on a little bit longer. Maybe I'm not trying to shut down the energy sooner than later, but it was very intense, this energy that was coming through me. So you sitting in front of it once, twice, 3 times in a row, doesn't matter. Or when you take the series and do 1, 2, 3 without listening to, you don't have to listen to the card part if you don't wish to, that's fine. It's going to work regardless. So just be open and receptive and sit, and you will feel uplifted, moved in some way, whatever's up for you. You will feel a difference in your body. If not that moment, um, go to bed, rest, and something will be different, because while I don't control the energy is intended to cure. The energy is intended for your miracle. The energy is intended to destroy, entrap, eradicate, dissolve, disintegrate any mRNAs, aluminums, bots, evil bots, nanobots, um, injected foreign invader, especially with these vaccines, and or the radiation that has permeated into you or the animal from being in a vicinity of those people who have been over inoculated by medication. That being said, in my own experience, I don't feel that so much anymore as I did a couple of years ago, when these rollouts of experimental medications were being received rather greedily by a lot of the populace, some who do um, follow the doctor's orders of just get a vaccine, get a flu shot, for example, and some that just unwittingly, through not knowing enough, force, um, resignment, got one or several, um, because they relied on a job or a position that they felt, even if it wasn't their career, um, it was just going to be easier to acquiesce. But they compromised themselves. So these radiations are going to move you emotionally. move you physically, move you spiritually. Um, the outcome, the experience is yours. I'm just a conduit, messenger, transmitter. So let me read what I wrote in the description more or less to help you further without you actually, you can hear my voice, but going into the description, which you could read later too. So the energetic radiation transmission is not about casting fear or staying in doubts of. This transmission is for those ready, willing, allowing for forward movement of the possibility of removals, disintegration, destroying, entrapments, enticing, lowering, dissolving into disappearing of all and any metals, mRNAs, bot bits. I call these nanotechnology things. Bot bits, uncalled for, calculated, created molecular varmints within the human body, and in this case, within the animal being body. And then this also says that in the description talks about doing it for animals. So you use this as a protocol tool if you love a pet or wish to send this radiation of transmission to another place where a beloved pet or animals are. Many animals in captivity were experimented on with vaccines for the C virus in an attempt to raise the level of fear and, of course, harm and depopulate species that cannot speak for themselves. Also, in the orchestration of this is the mix of human concerns and emotional angst for the mistreatment and uncertainty of outcomes for animals and use of recreational viewing, the zoos, the labs, where they have behavioral experimentations and just physical experimentations, medical experimentations on animals. If you live with your animal friend or wish to send this off remotely to another spot, you can do this. Sit in front of this energy transmission, and if you can have your pet with you, all the better. If you can have a place a hand on them while sitting in front of this, or hold them, that's fine. If the pet or animal beings in question are not with you, picture them in your mind the best you can, or have a picture of them or of that particular group or that like group. If it's you're just sending this off to elephants or tigers or marsupials or birds or dolphins or your friend's dog or cat, picture them as clearly as you can. If you have a picture, great. And it's all your intention. So you can even sit in front of what I did and you can place a hand or thought. But if you have your pet with you, your hand on, you can even place your hand over the picture while you're receiving the radiation. You can place two hands if you want. Just sometimes close your eyes. Don't close your eyes. The radiation should come at you, and just be willing to allow it to seep into you. And you, as a continued conduit, continued chain in the link, a link in the chain, send this radiation out. You have this power. This is about your intention, your energy, your sincere commitment to share out. The energy radiation will work. It's sent from the quantum to me, to you, and in a simulation like a chain, radiation will permeate. Trust in this. This radiation, while dedicated to animal friends and pets, more specifically, will still uplift and anoint humans with the light of the transmission for resolve. So if you live or work with someone's medicated by inoculations, carrying the radiation of man-made jabs, this will still be okay for you to sit in this energy. Take heart. Do not make fear. Do not make fear your master is basically what I probably wanted to type. This assist is for your relief, psychological, physical, emotional, and spiritual. Depending on the acceptance, the readiness, the depth of the intruder, how long it has been in the human host or the animal body, the removal and completion may need a few times, which is partly the reason I'm making a series of 3. So energy transmission, radiation, healing just is. If we have more in the way of ourselves, it may take another time or 2. And also just know that the radiation continues and needs time to assimilate, but it does so rather quickly. It's just our own mental state may get in the way of stopping or feeling like we don't see or feel anything. And you could have like a temporary hold up. But the energy is the energy and works in spite of. So you can repeat in the order that I do this series, or not. You can just pick one, and you can sit in front of all three in the series, like one after the other, in one time. Like you can just do the first part one, those 6 or 11 minutes, this part, which is about 7 minutes, and whatever else. You don't have to listen to the whole hour. Um, you do not have to listen to the video, um, which I'm going to have a little bit of an oracle insight right now. And remember, you hold the key. You are the creator of your reality, and you do get to petition, declare, rescind contracts, addressing compliance. So go gentle on yourself. Um, and you want to, if you're willing now, you go gentle on yourself until these things become a practice. Now, for example, I'm having coffee right now, something I drink, let's say 4 times a week. Sometimes it seems like 5 or 6 times a week. But I know this will stop because I know my history with coffee. For example, I stopped for 3 weeks, 3 months, a year, 2 years. And I will live into that again because I really don't, I only have it because I like the taste, but I don't know that it's the best thing that I want to feed my body. I'm listening to what I'm needing right now, or emotionally listening to that, and I'm feeding myself a little bit, a lot to what it's asking me. Just like right now, I consider myself still a vegan, vegetarian, but I'm having chicken right now. And that will probably continue until about the first of the year. It may continue into the middle of January. I don't know, but I think it's going to be stopping soon. I just noticed a cycle in my body, that this body, that I was needing to have some things I don't normally eat on a regular basis or ingest on a regular basis. But even when I do have something, my goal is to pick from higher, higher assists, like chicken without antibiotics in it or hormones added in it, or even organic raised chicken, in terms of the farm chickens that are vegetarians. Or if I'm having coffee or tea, I put honey and lemon, or grass fed, um, cream or cow milk. Just doing upgrades. And so in anything we do where we're wanting to aspire to shift ourselves, it's a matter of a practice. And the practice in becoming perfect is also allowing that you are listening to yourself. And it's not a matter of getting to the finish line before everyone else. It's a matter of going easy on yourself and letting this momentum, this trajectory build and becoming just part of you. So that even if you are a vegan or vegetarian and 3 times a year you have meat, you get right back onto what is your practice, because that's more natural to you, until such a state that you've ascended, or such a state where you currently live, that you have at your reach and fingertips the means, ways, and the mindset that leads you to that practice as just a natural behavior. It's not a question anymore. It's not even a question. You just are this. It's also going easy with yourself, because the Buddha was known, he was, pretty much a vegetarian, for example. But if he were in your home and what you had was chicken or meat, and you're sharing your abundance, you're providing hospitality, he was not one to tell you to your face he doesn't eat that. He would take partake of the bounty, because all this is generosity. All this is in loving care. All this is prosperity shared from the heart to make someone feel welcome, comfortable, supported. It's not done out of evil. You know when something's done out of evil and force, don't you? You can feel it. It doesn't feel comfortable. It feels manipulated. It feels rushed, pushed. Um, you're boxed in. Something's not just flowing smoothly. Okay, so we all play parts and come together in a mirroring of remembrance of our powers. In this lifetime, it's only too late when you've left the body to look back. Yet the cycle of energy is eternal and you never die. You just play another part. So in your upgrade, just decide. This is a time of great awareness, awakening, insights into truth, and delving into which seem taboo or impossible. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is so powerful as to take you unless your current belief says so. So, who's running your program of your mind and such? You or the subconscious of the sleeping self? What do you prefer? Talk and feel more of what you wish as real. Play, practice, see into so you be that. No judgment. This is your personal time to observe, decide, declare it, and see how it goes. Be in the pleasure of the ease of your choice, of on purpose surrender to the flow. Okay. So that being said, let me have something to drink. And tonight I put my tea in a cup that says joy. Let's see if I can. Is it going to help? Maybe, maybe not. Let's try that. So a cup that says joy. I'm going to take a sip. Came up pretty good. It's not as warm as it could be because it's sat here. So this is chamomile tea. With honey and lemon. It almost tastes like a lemonade. And this is the tea. I think I've shared with you before, Julia's tea. I got it in, is it going to show? Sorry. Not going to show very well. There it is. Julia's chamomile tea. It's from a place in Worcester, Massachusetts. I want to call it called Acoustic Java in Worcester. But anyway, it's really good. I do love chamomile tea. You know, I love a lot. I usually love dark teas, but as a flower tea, chamomile because it's very gentle, and I really do like it. And the honey and lemon is very soothing. It's antibacterial. Um, it's antifungal properties. The lemon and the honey is also a preservative in a way, but it's Chinese have used honey for thousands of years. Let me see if I can fix this better. Oh my goodness, that is much better, isn't it? Okay, I want to show you the card. The card that came up. The card that came up is a theme for this particular radiation, which I didn't know, but it's kind of perfect. Let's see if I can show this to you. Really beautiful artwork. Let's see if I can turn it that way. So the crystal card that came up was turquoise, and it's about friendship. And when you think about it, our pets are our friends, right? They're part of our family. Sometimes they're our best friends. They're our guides. They help us. They love us unconditionally. Yes, we feed them. So of course they're looking for, you're their world. But there's friendship and kindness and love is taught through the taking care of a pet and the pet emotionally trusting you completely. I mean, the hand that feeds is a hand that can whack, can take a knife and kill and punch. These animals come to us to remind us of love and care and possibility and magic. And turquoise is a very like a renowned crystal or stone that represents prosperity. It's a color sky, and also the throat, the expression. Let me read a little bit about it for you. When given or received, turquoise will bring happiness and prosperity. This card is about finding support, loyalty, and friends, especially in times of loneliness. Well, this has been a very great time, coming out of a time when a lot of still a distraction and division and what to trust and upsets emotionally within family units and friends. The French meaning of turquoise means Turkish stone, and it's a birthstone of December, which that's interesting. Birthstone of December, since I'm doing this in December. It resonates with the heart, the throat, the third eye chakra, and the zodiac signs of Scorpio, Sagittarius, Aquarius. We are in the age of Aquarius, and Pisces, which is the age we just left. It is the elements of earth, fire, and air. Turquoise is used, as we know, for lots of ornaments and beads. It was mined in North America for thousands of years. It was used in art and ceremony. It's known to promote warm welcomes and friendly regard. That whoever owns a piece of turquoise will find a friend forever. The divinatory meaning of this is a friend takes pleasure in your happiness, a warm welcome, instinctively helping first and asking questions later, if at all, assistance given without expectation or judgment, overcoming the fear of being alone. I am surrounded by friends. I am happy and fortunate. My friends are loyal and dependable. I am quick to find good company. Pets are often very loyal and dependable. Their natures are true. Their natures are usually habitual. They teach us through their body language and their sounds what they're really saying and trying to talk to us or teach us. Now, this radiation can be used again for human, the human, oh, and releasing in and trapping and dissolving all these other varmints. But isn't it wonderful to, I would think, to be in front of this radiation with your pet, putting your hand on them, or let's say something is bothering them, perhaps it's radiation of some degree, perhaps it's something else. This will work for that. Again, specifically, it was for these invaders. But I'm just wondering if you just want to try it out to see how it feels the other way. Just generally speaking, your pet should feel absolutely uplifted because the energy will come to you through it's going to them anyway. But when you put your hand on them with your love, with your familiarity, so powerful. So powerful. I don't know that I need another card on this. I will say that this is a number 36, and 36 equals 9. So 9 is about sharing your special abilities and skills with the world and not withholding from that. And to also watch when you are having your special skills, abilities, or interests and talents, that you don't just give away who you are to people who are vampires, or they want to know but they're never going to do anything, or they just want to say you gave them their time. And I'm learning that too, because as much as I really do by donation right now for my work, I'm coming to a place myself, this crossroads where I need to charge or barter. uh, I'm wanting dollars right now in my life, just as anybody showing up for a job. And sometimes I tend to go over in my assistance. That's on me. But you would think that someone finding a value might reciprocate, um, and honor the time that was given them over and above. And so I'm just saying, I too am coming to a crossroads. So I'm still doing this by donation. And it's true, sometimes folks don't have the dollars to spend at this time. I would not want you to withhold yourself because I know this energy works and I know my card reading is really helpful to a lot of people. So I say, just get in touch with me as you feel so called or curious, and then we'll work it out from there. Certainly in the description, if you find this of value, or something that I usually bring to the table of value, then do pass it on to others. And there's a Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal love offering connection. And thank you very much, but also forwarding this transmission. So I'm going to end here just because I'm a little tired, but I think this will be helpful enough. I usually finish with another card, but I think this is good. I think the radiation itself will speak for itself and be very helpful. So do sit in front of those 7 minutes. If you want, listen to part one and then come to part two. And you just have to do the beginning of each. But take this radiation. If you like it, if it feels good, try it for a day, 2 or 3. It's not going to hurt you. There's nothing about it that can hurt you. Just let it permeate and penetrate and think the thoughts as you're receiving. Be open to receive. And I mean, Do it for the 7 minutes, let it go, and maybe do it the next day. If you feel like doing it 3 times in one day, that's okay. Then you might not want to do it the next day, but you're going to feel a difference. It's going to be a noticeable, um, you're going to feel a noticeable shift. And let me know. My little coyote heart loves you. You are powered by the stars. Let's activate the power within. This is our year coming up, 2023. And for right now, the veil is so thin. Speak and feel what you would like to bring in. And it's so easy to feel down sometimes. I get it, with a lot of people still talking negatively, or if you live in a toxic household, or maybe just don't know where to turn. I have a lot of information and can send you into different areas if you should so like to look. And of course, I'm here for you. Okay. So have a great night. I thank you for you, and you are powered by the stars.